Leo, how you doing, guys? So I've literally done it again. I've literally turned off the camera, trying to get to grips of what these messages are because I don't want to freak people out. But these are channel messages. This is the Back to the Future, right? These channel messages can be future predictions, but they can also be active within the timeline that you're presently on. Okay, then we look into the tarot cards of like present and Back to the Future. But there is something to do with like activation, like acting out of like a condition of something, because I picked up something on the radio, right, in my head, like the signal in my head just went on, and I picked up a song that's really going to relate a lot to a lot of your channeled messages. But it seems to be about a channel, right, like a physical like YouTube channel or a radio station or a channel, because they're saying active, right? Now through that I picked up the band Radioactive, right? But because of that, or a song, I can't remember, but they've done Radioactive, someone done Radioactive. But they're saying radiation, like radiation or a radiator of heating or something, right? But like a tracking, okay, sorry, this is where they take a dump on my subconscious memory. Okay, it's something about to do with someone's memory of possible like dementia or something, right? Because I picked that up for another reading and it's just now coming to me. Okay, but there is something to do with radioactive. Now, if you know someone that you physically lost, and it was to do with possible cancer, because I think we did go over that with your reading, it's something to do with like a monitor, because I'm definitely picking up that someone or something is being monitored, closely monitored, like someone has their eye on somebody because of either one, a mental illness, or two, because of a physical ailment, right? And it's like, well, we need to keep monitored, like we need to keep monitoring this, because I'm picking up like hall monitors as well, like people that do schools or places, and they're monitors, and they kind of like hall monitor and all that kind of thing, right? But I'm picking up that someone's being closely monitored, like tracked and stuff like that. We need to track your every device. Like I'm picking up tracking every device. Like we need to keep hold of this device because it's being tracked. Okay, so I don't know where that's coming up for you, Leo, but they're definitely saying like a tracking monitor or a tracking device. Now, some of you, right, because I'm picking up big Pisces in your energy because of the Fall, because of the song that I picked up for you, right? I'm also picking up Heaven and also Devon, right? Devon, the name Devon. Also Devil, which would be Capricorn, but Devon. Now Devon is also a name, but also Devon is in like the place Devon, right? Devon. Because I'm picking up like damnation or something, like the nation or something, the nation of a speech or something of like the nation. We need to present something to the nation. Because it's a little bit like, what do you call it, nationwide, like something's going out, broadcasted nationwide, and it's like, well, it's all going out, and it's all going out nationwide, so we need to present ourselves on the television, because there's some kind of like television broadcast or a service of providing a service of television, right? Because I heard, I don't want no TV, or something, well, I can't remember the lyrics, but again, it's something to do with like someone sending signals to you via heaven as well, because I'm kind of picking up on a spirit that was to do with the radio, right? That someone possibly in the past, this is where past, present and future of Back to the Future gets very confusing at the moment, so stay with me, right? Because I picked up that you could have possibly lost someone in the past and they left something of sentimental value of a radio, okay? And that through that, they seem to be wanting to contact you through this radio for some reason, like for a radio station, or you might even be making a radio station or something, right? But I'm picking up like train station, radio station, but also radioactive, of like something that needs close attention to one's mind, I'll put it that way, okay? because I'm definitely picking up dementia and dementor that I also picked up through Gemini reading, right? And this is playing a part around also a Piscean for a lot of you guys because of the lyrics that I picked up for your song, right? No, we'll go over in a minute. But I'm definitely picking up that someone has this way of confusing someone, because it's like a transfusion for some of you, but it's also confusion. It's very confusing to physically figure out of someone around you, right? Because these messages are coming from everywhere, right? So there's something that's being worked out and also figured out. It's like, well, we're figuring something out together, and we're also monitoring someone's every move and condition. That someone has some kind of mental illness of a condition, and it seems to be like where you're seeing these patterns, and it's like, well, I'm actually noticing that this condition might be an actual condition, but it might not. I mean, trust me, welcome to being a medium if you are, you know, because you can think that you're slightly compromised within what you're listening to, right? Because it feels like, well, what am I listening to? I don't know what I'm listening to anymore. Am I listening to me? Or some of you have slipped into a hallway of mirrors of a twin flame situation where it's gone off into a dynamic of family. Doreen Virtue's entered the building now with like healing family dynamics, right? But I'm picking up that there's some kind of like action around things, and I definitely picked up that through a Gemini reading as well, or Cancerian reading. I think it was Gemini though. Like Action Jackson, like there seems to be this dementia or a condition of something where there is like someone just seems to like destroy something. It's because I'm picking up Search and Destroy, which was also from 30 seconds to Mars, right? It feels a little bit like RoboCop. It feels like you have 21 seconds to comply, which is Silver Bullet, right? I don't know if any of you can remember that one. But 21 seconds to comply, right? It's like, I need to comply, I need to comply, I need to comply to these rules, I need to comply to these regulations. Because there's something that's being regulated and monitored. It's like it's being regulated and it's also being monitored. Hopefully that's not a physical human being, but there is definitely more of an energy for you guys that seems to be where you're monitoring someone's every move, or they are you. I don't know. But it's like it's being monitored, and what we're doing is having a discussion about someone's condition. Sorry, because that's normally when another message just slips out. Because it feels like a slip, like a personal pull-up. Like I need to pull you up on some kind of like behaviour, okay, that people are being aware of. Because there's definitely like a mental condition, what do you call it? Mental health condition. Sorry. Like mental health condition. You know, you could even work for the mental health, right? Because there's definitely services being provided for a lot of you. But there is also someone that's being closely monitored with something, because it feels like, well, I'm just tracking your every device. And it's definitely got something to do with Leo, Virgo, Gemini. Leo, Virgo, Gemini. What did I say, Virgo? Yeah, Virgo came up. And Pisces, right? And this is a dynamic that people are tracking people, because there's definitely tracking. I keep becoming Jackie again, or jacking. Like Cancerian. Well, listen, all of the star signs now seem to have come into one. Everyone's merged. The Cancerian now is here, right, in this. Because it's like tracking everyone's device. It's like I'm like cars or something being tracked and monitored. But I'm also picking up on a heart monitor, like a heart murmur, that someone could have this condition of like slow, fast, up, down, like... Sorry, I won't be freaking people out, man. Right. But something's being tracked and monitored. So we're going to come off those ones. They've just literally just come in now. Okay. So, I picked up Temperance. Sorry, Sagittarius is also, that is what I wrote, because I pick up dementia, or like, oh, someone's coming across as if they're demental or something. It's like, what on earth is going on? Honestly, it's what they're saying to me now. It's like someone just can't figure someone out. It's like I can't even fathom what on earth is going on in someone's mind. It's like I've got no idea. I'm so confused. I'm picking up a Pisces for that energy, right? It's like I can't even figure out who I am anymore. It's like I seem to have slipped into this I mean, it might not be specific places that you're interested in. It could just be that's happening to somebody. But temperance, temperamental, accidental, accident, right? Accent, pick up an accent, like a big accent. Like it's really to do with someone's accent. But the accent could also be like what do you call them? Ancestor. An ancestor. Because it's like ancestral or sister. A sister or ancestor. Ancestor or Anne, the name Anne, Annie, or something like that. Ali, Annie, Ali. Oh wow, I'm going cold with Ali, right? But I'm also picking up like a nanny as well, like a nanny, and it's something to do with like a child being monitored for something. It could just be close quarters and all this kind of stuff, right? But I'm picking up accent, like someone's accent, right? I mean, welcome to being British, bruv. All right. You alright, sweetheart? You getting on? Yeah, two beans, two bacon. Yeah, that's British accent. Right? But I'm definitely picking up on accidental, temperamental, but I've done something, but accidentally on purpose. It's like I meant to do it, and I don't know why. It's like I'm doing it, it's an accident, and I can't help it, so just leave me out of it for some reason. It's like, oh, listen, stop, just whoa. I'm just picking up, just slow down, I can't understand what you're saying. I mean, if you want to, I don't know about all of this stuff, but I think below there's a slow thing. They're picking up something slowly being monitored. That's what they keep saying. Slowly being monitored. Right, so we're going to go on to accidental and also temperamental, which is temperance. Right, so I've gone through the name of Devon. And I'm also picking up judgmental. So judgment could well be coming up for a lot of you guys, okay? But mental health was a big concern around this channeled stuff that I wrote, okay? Because it feels like I'm hopelessly devoted to you. Okay, so mine is not the first heartbroken. My eyes are not the first to cry. I'm not the first to know there's just no getting over you. Yeah, so that's kind of like, that's why I'm picking up on Devon and heaven for some reason, right? But devoted. It feels like there's a lot of loyalty around, but mine's not the first heartbroken or to cry. It seems like I've been crying quite a lot. Okay, there seems to be someone or something around you where there's been a lot of tears. It seems like the floodgates of what I picked up, if you haven't watched, through the dark side readings, you versus them. I was channeling for a sign that I can't specifically think if it was you, but was to do with the floodgates opening. Like, I think it was Scorpio as well, I think. But no, it wasn't Scorpio. It's something to do with like the floodgates being opened, and it's like I'm just going to have this burst and this outburst, and someone had an outburst or a way out. It's like I needed a way out, and the way that I found the way out was to actually have a breakdown. I think someone physically had a mental breakdown. I really do, and I think that they got so wound up and so stressed out that they physically it caused this sort of dynamic, right, of this weird way of being spiritual, of sorting things out in the end, right, put it that way. But it seems like mine was not the first heartbroken. It's like you broke my heart before I broke your heart, and it's like, well, we're breaking each other's heart, you know. It's like my achy breaky heart, I just don't seem to understand. Yeah, something like that, right? Stand. I just can't seem to stand something. It's like I just can't seem to stand. Some of you, this is an elderly person that can't physically stand at the moment. And there's a lot of aid out there for someone that physically can't stand. It's like I just can't. But there is someone out there, it's like I just can't stand them. I cannot stand them. I'm not saying you, Leo. I'm saying that there's someone saying I can't stand them. I just cannot stand them. I can't stand up for this anymore. So I'm going to stand up for myself. Whatever it is, I think, Leo, that you're saying I'm going to stand up for myself firmly, and that I'm literally saying how it is. Or if it might not be you, it could be someone that you're connected with, right? Because there's definitely a connection there. So, you know, I'm not just a fool who's willing. See, a fool. I'm not a fool who's willing. I know I'm just a fool who's willing. So will is also a will, also a Bill or Richard. Okay. William or Bill. No, not Richard. That would be Dick, right? But like Dick Whittington or something like that. Whittington, wicked or something. It's like wicked. That's just wicked. So wicked. I've got no idea where that one's coming from. But you know I'm just a fool who's willing. I sit around and wait for you, right? So someone that's kind of like you're waiting for and being very loyal to and devoted to. I sit around and wait for you, but baby, can't you see there's just nothing else for me to do. I'm hopelessly devoted to you. So there's nothing else for me to do. I think that you've been extremely bored, Leo, to be honest. I think that whatever you've been doing is kind of like, I'm just so devoted to this one person that I'm just kind of like willing. It's like I'm willing and willing and willing that this to just happen. William, I'm picking up Williams. Okay. Also billions or billions and billions and billions. It feels like someone's rich. It feels like they've got billions and billions and billions and millions. It's like I've got millions and millions. I walk 1,000,000 miles. Someone likes the I will walk 500 miles and I will. So something to do with like fitness, mental health as well though. It's like fitness or something, right? So they are definitely channeled messages for you, but now there is no way to hide. Since you pushed your, since you pushed your love aside, I'm out of my head, hopelessly devoted to you. Since you pushed my love aside, it feels like something got pushed on the side. It's a little bit like Meg Ryan and what's his name? I like it on the side. There's something that likes something on the side. It's like, because I'm picking up that there's this side, okay? There's a side that's being taken. So you're going to have to wait for your energy for the other reading of sides, because it feels like, well, we need to take sides. It's like we need to form a union. We need to be a representative for the union. So some of you, it could be a representative for the actual union, and it's working for the government. And it's like, well, we need to take one side, because it feels like that there's a war or something, or there's a fight. And it's like, well, we need to make a decision. Whose side are we on? It's like, well, whose line is it anyway? Which used to be a comedy show. Whose line is it anyway? Right? A lion, okay? Leo, whose lion is it anyway? Who's lying anyway? Ooh, controversy. Someone might think that someone's lying. I don't know why. I don't think you. I might have swallowed a fly. I don't know why the old woman swallowed a fly. Perhaps she'll... Okay. Sorry. Omen. That, yeah, just forget that one. I've got no... Sorry. I'm even like, wah. Trust me, when I just start channeling, just things just start slipping out, right? But I don't know why she swallowed a fly. I think that there's this I don't know why I'm seeing like a bread, what do they call it? Gingerbread man, like a gingerbread man. And I pick up like there's this elderlier person around somebody that is literally freaking someone out. There is like I don't know if they're very worried about them, or if they really don't get on with this person at all. And people ask me to be honest, so I'm going to be. They're saying that there is someone out there that isn't getting on with a parent or an elderlier person. Okay? Now, that might be because of that there could be some kind of like dementia, right? Now, if there is, or it's a mental health condition, it's driving someone nuts. It's driving that person nuts as it's driving the other person nuts that's having to compromise with an energy that they can't get through to someone's head. It's like it doesn't matter what I do, what I say, whatever happens, I can't seem to get through. I just can't seem to get through. Whatever signal I'm putting out to you, you're not receiving it well. It's some kind of like, I can't receive it well enough, or I can't seem to get well enough. There's so many different instances for a lot of you guys, is why I don't want you to believe in one instant. It's only going to be the one that you believe in that you know is happening. Okay, very important for you to understand that one. Because there is someone of an illness that is out there, right? You know, you're watching a medium, so there is saying that there is someone that is ill. Now they are also saying that someone has also a mental health condition, and that some people possibly have an actual condition of something, right? But there are terms and conditions to a lot of this, because I feel that some of you, there might be an elderly person that has dementia, and it's like compromised because you can't get to them. Whatever this is, it's like, well, I can't. Like, I physically can't get from here to here at this time. And this is why it could be that energy, because there is like quite a long travelling distance, and it's like the airports are shut, the roads are closed, it's like I can't get from here to here, right? So whatever it is that you can't get through to the person, so you're more likely talking to them, but you're not with them at the time, right? Now, some of you, they really keep they really, really, really do keep going on to this timeline of that someone elderly, that could well be lost, right? That you can't get to them. You can't get to them, and you know that they're ill, but you know that they're ill. Okay, you know that they're ill. Now, I'm not saying that they are going to be lost. I'm just saying that there's an energy that I feel like I want to be with them, but I can't, right? I physically can't. Now, whether that's because you just can't be with your partner, or whether for some of you that is for someone that is ill and that is elderly and that they do need support, but it's frustrating you because you can't literally get to them. They're saying you can't literally get to them on time. Sorry, Leo, I've got no idea where they're coming from, but that's what they're saying. So I really hope that you've got tough skin to listen to those kind of messages, because I really can't tell you. I really can't tell you. There's some kind of like doctor that is saying to someone or something, like, I really can't tell you. Like, I really cannot tell you what the outcome is. Like, we really can't. We just can't figure out what this illness is for someone. And it's like, we just really can't tell you what it is. It's kind of there, but we physically can't tell you what that is. Because there's someone that's really trying to find out what this thing is that's really, really compromising someone. And it's like, well, we literally can't find out like what that is, so we can't give you an answer to it. And I think that it's really frustrating someone because they can't figure someone out and they can't figure their mind out. Because I feel like it's changing somebody's mind quite a lot. And it's like, I literally can't figure out what on earth that is, What on earth? I pick up earth sign. I really can't figure out what this earth sign's doing. Earth sign. Okay, so we've gone over your messages. So through that, I'm definitely picking up the Fool, okay, and devoted to who's willing. It's like, who's willing to get through this. It's like, I'm hopelessly devoted to you. Because mine is not the first heartbroken. My eyes are not the first to cry. I'm not the first to know there's just no getting over you. You know I'm just a fool who's willing. I sit around and wait for you. But baby, can't you see there's nothing else for me to do? I'm hopelessly devoted to you, right? So it feels like that you're bored. It does, honestly, and that you can't get to this person or can't get through to them, and there's just no getting through to you. There just seems to be, whoever that is arguing with someone. I'm going to stay out of this in a minute because it's frustrating me. But whoever you're arguing with, it's like there's just no getting through to you. I literally can't change your mind, so I'm not going to change your mind anymore. It's like, I can't change your mind, so you're going to have to make up your mind. Right? It's like making my mind up. Making my mind up. Right, making my mind up. So what is your mind? What is your mind? Do you mean to read it, or have I done? So that's your Back to the Future reading, Leo. They're just channel messages. So they could be past, present or future, but generally if you watch the April readings of You versus Them and the April, that will give you future predictions of where my own readings were coming through, and I didn't even see it coming. Sidewinded right round the ear, old bruv. Everything just happened at once, right? Welcome to being a Piscean. But let's see. So I'm picking up Devon. I really am picking up the name Devon. Or devil, like a devil. I think it got cut off. I really do. I think this signal got cut off. I think whatever that was, that devil energy, it got cut off. It's like, I'm not listening to that devil energy. It don't have to be a Capricorn. But I definitely think that whatever that devil energy was, I cut it off straight away. I couldn't be listening to all that. I feel like that someone got compromised with their energy. They knew it was happening. And what they did is they turned their back and cut that energy off straight away. And it caused this over emotional outburst that someone had to find themselves through this time alone. But through the calm comes the storm, and the storm comes the calm, and through those alone times, trust me, that's when you truly find yourself. You can never find yourself unless you're truly alone. You can never experience pain without actually physically experiencing it. Until you experience it, you never know what that's truly like to be alone. And when you are alone, that's when you figure it out, trust me. Through those alone times and through those bad times, that's where you find the light. You can never find the light of day in the light, right? So that's fight or flight. You have to go through the fight or flight. You have to go through those times of feeling alone. I don't know why I'm coming across as a newsreader. But you have to go through those times, literally. You can't find the light unless you're in the dark. You're definitely dealing with a Virgo. Definitely big Virgo. Trying to find myself, right? I find myself alone quite a lot. But through those times is where you have to find the brighter side of day, right? The brighter side of day. which is the side piece, which is the Meg Ryan. You have to find a side piece, right? You have to find a side piece of interest, which is not a person. You don't have a person as a side piece. If you're a side piece, just out you go, bruv. I'm off to the next soulmate, right? Don't believe the hype of all this that you're supposed to sit around waiting for someone. Cut that energy off, turn your back, go on to the next soulmate. That's if you're a side piece. Don't ever be a side piece. You're not Meg Ryan. You're not a Chip or a Deb, right? You're not. So if you are, you're not. Move on, honestly, quicker. But again, a side piece is really about something that's going to keep your fire alive as a fire sign fixed. You got to find that fire, right? Don't incorporate it into being trapped. You can't feel trapped. That's why you are trapped if you haven't got something of passion. Passion doesn't come from a person. It does, but not from person to person. See, someone feels so compromised because they're Leo and they need human interaction. And if they haven't got interaction with an energy, that's where they're being compromised. That's where you're being compromised. So you've got to find an energy source that's not a human being, right? So you've got to find something that's going to keep you interested in something for you, which is not human beings at this time, right? That's where that's coming from. So the best advice I can give you is that do not find yourself in other people. Do not find or regulate your energy from another, because karma's passed from one to another. That's why this energy, I think, got cut off, right? It's because when energy's felt, people freak out, right? And they're off. They're off, you know. And because of that, it's like, well, if they're off, we're off. It's like, right, let's square up, we're off. And it's like, it's not a fight. The ego is not a fight. It's something where you have to find a flight. There is something about having to find a flight, and I can't find a ticket, and I can't find this, and I just can't, you know. Or I can find a ticket, and I can find a flight, but I can't because all the airports are closed. They're definitely saying that something is closed. It's like it's closed and it's closed. Foreclosure. Foreclosure. Going into foreclosure. Going into foreclosure. Could be a sale of a house or a property. Something's going like under foreclosure, right? Clothes. What's I picking up? Clothes. Okay, but do you get what I'm saying, Leo? Through that piece of advice, is that your side piece is not a person, right? Two of Pentacles and stuff. You don't actually lift people up in the air and start juggling them up and down. There's, I don't know, people do that, but you know, you have to find something of an interest to you that's going to draw your energy from something and not human, right? Human interaction is not of great importance. It's not. That's where you get elevated, by finding it in here of something else, right? That's where it comes from. The essence of grace. That's where grace comes from, right? Everybody, you, comes from everybody, so you can channel and feel that energy from everybody of not interacting with them, right? That's how I do this. You don't need physical interaction of reading someone's mind or energy level. You can do it via a camera, right? So to regulate those energies, you can obviously feel all that energy, so you're feeling it. It's like you're in the fields. Fields. What's that picking up? Fields. I'm in the fields. Okay, so let's see. So what's been going on with Leo? So if I haven't already explained, this hasn't gone long enough already, Leo. That was your future prediction messages, okay? But I have to be careful on the way I'm putting them out, presenting them to people. So now we look into your past, right? So let's see what's been going on with Leo, because I don't normally get time to do the last half of the last month, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, so past, health concern, definitely, health concern. Someone's health was more priority, whether we physically can't be with one another because of the health condition, because of the health concern. I can't. It's kind of like, well, I would rather be signal instead of receiving that signal of like confusion of like, are we finished? Are we over? Are we not? Do you want to be single or do you not want to be single? Through this energy, someone started blaming someone for being like independent, because this is independent. This is codependent energy. Codependent, independent. Codependency of an addiction to an energy of low. Okay, now if you're a cross watcher and you're a Scorpio, I don't mean you Scorpios, I just mean that there is an energy around you of rebirth, of turning your back on anything that's not healthy, So if someone turned their back on you, or you turned your back on them, it was more to do with a health condition. Now that can be a mental health condition. The four of, which is death, is also the swords. Okay, so I'm picking up that someone had a health concern that someone got so worried about that those channel messages now seem to be what they're saying, right? Of a health concern. Now, that's either a mental health concern or a physical health concern. Because this person here has everything here. They have everything. They have their health, they have their money, they have support, they have everything that they need and everything that they want, right? And because of that, this death card is of concern, right? So I have to take myself first. I have to put myself first, right? So I think someone felt like their energy got put out, right? So let's see, Leo. What's been going on with Leo? What's been going on with Leo? Because there's just no getting over you. So the king is here now, the king of pentacles. This is like, it's like, am I good enough? Like, what comes first, the chicken or the egg? What comes first, your business? What comes first, life? Trust me, life always comes first, right? Does. You're part of life, so life always comes first. If anybody ever says that money or life doesn't come first, and they put a person before their life, then this is an energy that is saying that what comes first, the chicken or the egg? You know, your concern of money. There's a lot of money. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of money involvement. Someone earns quite a good lot of money, right? They do. Because this could have been a will that someone physically did lose somebody out there, right? And because they did, they received a major payoff, like a major payoff, a big payout, right? Something snapped in someone's energy, and it caused a rift, sure, and it caused an ending, but then it began. I think that it was a short break, you know, I do. I don't think it was for long. I think that somebody had some kind of condition, and it had an energy of blame. 4 can still be the 4 of Pentacles, right? Death card. And it can push out blame towards one to another because of mental health, health condition, money, right? Money is a big factor to someone. Pisces, Leo, Pisces, Leo, 2 Pisces in a pie, right? Don't lie, don't lie, don't lie. I rely on you. There is a lie, not a lie. There's a little white lie that they're saying, that someone says now and again. I don't know why. I swallowed a fly. This is a little white lie that someone was telling. Right, Leo? A little white lie. But someone's a little pale. Someone feels like they're a little pale. Okay, a little pale. But welcome to my life. But again, pale. I'm like hail and pace. Again, that came through a channel message for Gemini. Lulu, come Terry. Hail and pace. Comedy show. Comedy sketch. Right? But again, there was loyalty there, but there was an ending. There was something that was delayed with this energy. Okay, but again, well, I'm right there. This person or you never left one another. I told you, didn't I? I picked up Pisces and I'm hopelessly devoted to you. There is someone out there that is hopelessly devoted to you, or hopelessly devoted to a Pisces, or hopelessly devoted to a Leo, right? Both. That's both in this pie. So they're both devoted. So you're both devoted to one another. But I'm definitely picking up Devon, like Devon or heaven, right? Heaven sent, an accent, or heaven sent. It feels like someone's heaven sent, and it's like, oh, I'm loyal to you to a T. Okay. Let's see what's been going So you're probably not going to be watching this because I don't think you. I just think those channel messages are like being like devastating for some reason. I don't know why I keep picking that up. Like tears, hub. Oh, see, yeah. Puff the magic dragon. Okay, someone was sending signals. It could well be Leo Pisces, where you all of a sudden just think that the person's thinking something, and then you start acting upon thinking, well, my head's been up in the clouds, and I've literally been thinking about this person, and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking, and then all of a sudden I act upon my thoughts and just think that that's reality. Definitely Pisces Leo. Definitely Pisces Leo, right? So the channel message of what we went through of a side piece, whoever that side piece has been for you, that's how it's been for you, for this with this Pisces, that it's heartbreaking. You know, it's been heartbreaking news, but it got fixed. It got fixed. We'll fix it for you. Oh, I don't like that reference. That I don't know if a lot of you can remember that person that got arrested. Fix it for you, right? But again, I'll fix it for you. It's like, well, I'll fix it for you. It's like, I'll fix it. It's there. I'll fix it. But again, someone was just so like couldn't be with the person because of possible social distancing that someone just got all up into their head. You don't have swords going through your heart. You're actually going through your head. So what's been going through your head is pain, is hurt, which is good. Trust me, I don't like to wish pain upon people, right? But if that's the thoughts manifested into because of not being able to be with each other because of delays in the universe, right? But I am physically with you in spirit, right? But I physically, when we started to talk, it was causing too much confusion that we now started to fix things. I think that you had that, but now, physically now, when you will watch this, you would have started fixing this. I do. I think that you're starting to make up again. You're starting to make up. You're starting to see the person. I'm also picking up makeup, like a makeup to break up. It's like, well, we need to make up in order to break up. I don't know why. That's coming through. But we can fix this. It's like determination. It's like, no, we can fix this. We can fix it. Trust me, we can fix it. We just need to, because I think someone's fixated, like they're fixated on someone of being loyal to a T. And it's like, we can work this out. We can work it out. But again, my head is in the clouds. My head is in the clouds. This is my Puff the Magic Dragon card. It's actually my best card in the deck is the Eight of Wands. Above all. Above all, because it's above and beyond. Very esoteric, the Eight of Wands. Eights are very esoteric. Especially if you have a... don't know what I'm saying. But so what we're going to do is, that is what's been going on. They're your future channel messages. Let's just have a quick look at what this hangman was doing. Show me the hangman. Yeah. Scorpio, Pisces. Scorpio rising, more than likely. Or Pisces moon or something like that. But it could be Pisces with Scorpio rising. Right. They chose themselves. The Four of Cups chooses themselves every single time. They shut down emotionally, right? Now, when someone shuts down emotionally, they shut down emotionally for a reason, because the energy gets too much. So it got too much for someone. They shut down. They stopped taking offers. They stopped taking things on board. They stop. Normally, if someone's blamed for something, that's why they shut down, right? Pisces, if you're not getting on with the Pisces, you're not. But if you are, they will emotionally close down if they're getting like the blame for something, right? Now, if you're out there and you're like, no, this Pisces blame me, then you've been in a fight with them, right? But again, someone is so concerned about what this Pisces is doing that I think that they were like, that's my business, bruv. I am a fish. I am not a chip or a dip. You put chips for fish, right? You have fish and chips if you're from Britain. But I'm not chips to a fish. You can't compare my chip to a fish. I am a fish. So go fishing. I think that's probably what someone said. Well, just go fishing, you know. Go and find someone. but I am not going to take the blame for this any longer, and I will shut down emotionally, and that's that, you know. And it might have been because someone was drinking. Someone could have been drinking. They literally could have been drinking their sorrows away. And it's like, oh, don't live in regret, just stop drinking. That could have been a conversation. Like, will you just stop drinking? Or will you stop with asking me questions about me? You know, I have a private life, so stop asking questions. And someone could have well got very frustrated with that because someone wasn't opening up emotionally, right? But, you know, these are your lives if they've happened. What's the strength card? So Leo, again, Scorpio or Taurus descending, or Taurus rising with Scorpio rising or descending. Pisces, Leo, Taurus, but it doesn't have to be. But again, well, if you're going to shut down, I'm going to shut down. If you're not going to speak, then I'm not going to speak. The ego won. Ego will win every time, but it wins for a reason, because people don't like what's being said. That's why your ego takes over. If you didn't have a brain, what would you walk around? Headless chicken? Again, so there is no chicken of compromised energy of like, well, who's chicken? It's kind of like, oh, well, who blames who? Who? You know, it's like who, what, where, when? You know, if you're going to shut down, I'm going to shut down. If you're going to blame me, I'm going to blame you. If you're going to say it's me, I'm going to say it's you. So look who's talking. That's pretty much what happened. It's like, well, look who's talking. You know, how dare you tell me that it's me? And it's like, well, you know, this all happened because someone got hurt. Okay, and then you started over afresh, pretty much. So everybody closed. School's out for summer. Energy was out for summer. Someone got pushed out. Someone got blamed. Because they got blamed, they blamed someone else. And that was the blame game of shame. Shame on me, shame on you. Fool me once, fine. Fool me twice, shame on me. So, shame on me, well, I'll put shame on you. So they put shade on you. They did. They put you in a dark shadow. It's a bit like no one puts baby in the corner, right? Like no one puts baby in the corner. I don't like being put in the corner. I don't like being pushed into a corner where I feel compromised. That can be Leo energy. I don't feel like I like being backed off. It's like, don't tell me to back off. It's like, I think someone cut you off. You didn't like it. It made you feel like you were defenseless, and it put your back up against the wall, and made you feel like you wanted to come forward, but the other person felt exactly the same at the same time. Made you back off and go through this reflection. That also blamed them, and that's why you went through this fight or flight. This is fight or flight. Let's put everything down on the table and say it exactly how it is. And because you did, and because they did, you more than likely had a breakup. Now, if that's permanent, that's permanent. If it's not, there's a chance of reconciliation that you could well have started up again talking. It could have been because someone was real busy at work. This person can also be very busy at work as well as you can here also. And because you both are very busy, but possibly can't be with one another, people start getting blamed, okay? And then people were like, well, physically you're compromising me, because what on earth can I do? What can I do about it? You know? And that's why you went through this, Leo. Okay, so I think I've gone on quite long enough. So what we're going to do is now, so your future readings and prediction and channeled messages are going to be over on Patron. It's literally $5. You can join for the whole month and then decide to leave or stay. Each month it comes out a few weeks beforehand, and then you get to see the next month, the next month. But it's literally $5. For that, you get these readings, and then the you versus them, the dark side reading where we split the energy down, and then other readings hopefully. But through this one, I will draw a full spread of cards to do with your whole month prediction of money, finances, career, love, what might happen, and then also channel messages, and then clarify the cards and see what's going to happen for your May. Okay, after these readings, then we'll go on to the others. But you can find that over on Patreon for $5. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and your partner if you want them. And also a personal reading. If you want, you can reach out from the link below. Or any multimedia site that I run over on Facebook, Instagram, all that kind of stuff. You can join, or Lucid Dream Tarot Music if you are interested in the film scoring and the music that I put to the intros that I make, all that kind of thing. If you are interested in that, some of them come out on here, but a lot of them, when I do make them, they go over on Lucid Dream Tarot Music that can also be found in the show more section. Okay, thanks very much for all your time, your likes, support, share, comments, everything. I really do appreciate it, Leo. And let's see what's going to happen for your May. Okay, thanks very much, Leo. Catch you again soon.